Edition.
Welcome to Fox Tri-Cities News at 10. I'm Megan Gorey. Angela is off. Police are asking for help tonight after two convenience stores were robbed early this morning. The first robbery happened at the Citgo on West Elk Avenue in Elizabethton at 2:30 this morning. Officers say a man walked into the store, told the clerk he had a gun, and demanded money. The second robbery happened just before 6 this morning at the Zoomers, also on West Elk Avenue. Police say the suspect ran from the store when the clerk asked to see his gun. Investigators with the Elizabethton Police Department have identified the suspect in both robberies as Randy Keith Burrow Jr. of Elizabethton.
Both vehicles have been located. Both drivers of those vehicles have been located at this time and are working with us with the investigation.
At this hour, Burrow has not been located. Police say he is also wanted by the Carter County Sheriff's Department on unrelated outstanding warrants. They say two different vehicles were used as getaway cars and had two different drivers. Anyone with information on Burrow's location is asked to call the Elizabethton Police Department at 423-542-4141. Johnson City Police arrested a man they say had sexually been abusing a small child. 20-year-old Kenneth Wispel faces 5 counts of child rape. The arrest follows an investigation into reported sexual abuse of an 8-year-old boy. Police say Wispel admitted to officers he had engaged in sexual activity with the child. Well, one Green family says they're thankful to be alive tonight after an early morning shooting. A bullet shot through their home, narrowly missing a family member's head. Fox Tri-Cities reporter Laura Holm got a copy of the report from the Greene County Sheriff's Department and talked to family members about the Christmas Eve scare. We have new facts tonight about a bank robbery in Wise County, Virginia from earlier this month. The Commonwealth's attorney tells us that officers arrested Ronald David Green last night around 11 o'clock during a traffic stop near Wise. Officers say they found a bag with Green on it similar to the one seen in bank surveillance footage. They tell Fox Tri-Cities the bag contained more than $11,000 cash. Green is charged with robbing New People's Bank at gunpoint on December 9th. Two of the GOP frontrunners failed to qualify for the Virginia Republican primary ballot. Fox News correspondent Peter Doocy explains what former Speaker of the House Newt Gingrich and Texas Governor Rick Perry did wrong. Failing to get on the ballot would be a major setback for Gingrich, who has tried to use his recent upsurge in popularity to make up for a late organizing start. He also lives in Virginia. The Virginia primary takes place on March 6, 2012. Well, there's only a few more hours until Santa makes his way into our area, and we're tracking his trip from our weather center. Let's check in with meteorologist David Boyd.
Hey there, Megan. Yes, we are.
Officials say gift cards were another popular item among last-minute shoppers. The mall at Johnson City will be closed all day tomorrow and will reopen at 6 a.m. Monday morning for the after-Christmas sales. Best Buy is telling customers that the items they ordered online may not make it in time for Christmas. The largest U.S. specialty electronics retailer announced they won't be able to fill some of their online orders. And some of those orders were Black Friday deals placed more than 3 weeks ago. Best Buy says overwhelming demand for some products has led to a problem redeeming online orders. The retailer didn't say how many orders were affected or what products were sold out of stock. Best Buy had pushed online offerings this holiday season to compete with discount stores and online retailers. Well, shopping can be a stressful part of the holidays, and delivering your presents can be another. Coming up, how Mother Nature is making holiday travel hectic this weekend. Plus, we're tracking the weather and Santa. We'll be back with meteorologist David Boyd next.
Last year, not going to be able to deliver this time around, but if it can't be white, at least the weather is going to be nice across the region.
Santa packs shorts because 55 degrees on Christmas is very comfortable in his suit.
Yeah, it will be comfortable to get outside, though.
Thanks, David. Well, some passengers will be home later than they planned for the holidays. Snow stranded some 250 travelers at a Greyhound bus station in El Paso, Texas on Friday. The Salvation Army arrived at the station with supplies, and the Office of Emergency Management worked with the American Red Cross to help the passengers with meals and shelter for the night. However, passengers say they were frustrated and will now have to change their holiday plans. Some churchgoers may also have to change their holiday plans. Coming up, we'll explain why there won't be a Christmas service at some big churches tomorrow. Just 2 months ago, the decision to end the war in Iraq was made final. With American forces gone, a local congressman says that country is now at a crossroads. Fox Tri-Cities talked with East Tennessee Congressman Phil Rowe about the end of the 9-year war. He tells us by U.S. troops leaving, Iraq has been given an opportunity. Congressman Rowe compared Iraq's potential to Korea since he served a time overseas.
Korea was a military dictatorship. Today it's a market-driven economy with a freely elected government. And that's what I'm hopeful that Iraq will be able to do. Whether they can or not, I don't know. The jury's out. But sooner or later, you have to take the training wheels off and let them see if they can ride.
The last combat troops left Iraq last Sunday. Well, Christmas came early for a man who says he found a letter from President Kennedy just days before he was assassinated. Bob Savage of Portland, Oregon says Kennedy apparently sent a thank you note to his mother and her second grade class. As a teacher, Savage's mom assigned her children to write letters to the president, never expecting to hear back. Savage says he just found the note while cleaning his mother's closet.
It was written 2 days before he was assassinated and postmarked the day he was killed. So chances are this is one of the last pieces of correspondence that came out of the Oval Office.
Savage says he hopes to display the letter somewhere, like a school. Well, some of Atlanta's biggest churches are not holding services tomorrow, on the very day they celebrate the birth of Jesus. Adam Murphy looks at the reasons behind the unusual move. I believe residents are taking matters into their own hands this holiday season. They're building bonfires to be trailblazers for Santa. It's a local tradition in the bayou, and residents along the Mississippi River and levee to build bonfires and set them on fire on Christmas Eve. The wooden structures are located between Baton Rouge and New Orleans. A fire department in the area is known for their unique bonfires. The theme for this year, Monster Truck.
I got a couple guys going to cut trees. I got some guys going to pick up different things. We got the wheels we're working on, and I got guys spread out everywhere trying to get this thing done.
Weather forecasters predict rain for the area, but residents say it won't dampen their plans. And many kids enjoy visiting Santa and getting gifts from Mr. Claus, but one Santa in Maine, known as the Secret Santa of Portland, is giving away gifts even parents would enjoy. A businessman who wants to stay anonymous is giving away $20,000 this holiday season, handing out envelopes, each containing a $100 bill. Each envelope also includes a note encouraging the recipients to pay it forward or use the money to create a merrier Christmas for themselves and their loved ones. It's a merrier Christmas for chestnuts and open fires. Coming up, we'll explain how the American tradition could be on the verge of a comeback. Residents in a Georgia town are witnessing what some say is a Christmas-like display to envy all others as local citizens take in the sights and sounds of the holiday season to a whole new level. Fox's George Franco has that story. And it turns out those chestnuts roasting over an open fire could be getting a boost. The endangered American chestnut tree is getting a potentially life-saving upgrade from dedicated researchers. Fox News correspondent David Lee Miller reports. And it wouldn't be the holidays without those chestnuts roasting on an open fire, and of course, mistletoe. But the well-known festive kissing plant is in short supply. We'll explain why in the second half of the Fox Tri-Cities News at 10. Welcome back to Fox Tri-Cities News at 10 this Christmas Eve. I'm Megan Gorey. Angela is off tonight. Christmas just got a lot merrier for scores of military families in Illinois. Soldiers returned home from Afghanistan just in time for the holidays. Buses carrying members of the 822nd Military Police were greeted eagerly by their family and loved ones. More than 150 members of the military police were serving in Afghanistan. Family members and loved ones were reunited with the soldiers after 10 long months. Some people got a sweet Christmas treat after a truck carrying a batch of Edie's ice cream tipped over. Indiana police say 40,000 pounds of ice cream have spilled. 2 lanes of traffic on southbound Interstate 69 were closed during the busy start of the holiday travel weekend. Police say the truck was trying to enter a highway on-ramp when it tipped, spilling cartons of vanilla, caramel praline crunch, and other flavors. Police say the truck driver had minor injuries. For many families, hanging mistletoe from a doorway at home is a holiday tradition. But this year, it seems the wild green plant with characteristic white berries is in short supply. It's all because of the drought in Texas, where the plant usually is grown in full supply. And for those who do manage to locate some mistletoe, it can run for as much as $25 a pop. A small town in Oregon is helping folks get into the Christmas spirit. Take a look at this. They're decking out their lawnmowers with holiday lights and pulling floats around town. 3 years ago, it started with just one guy who went around the block. As more people joined over the years, the neighbors started calling it the Redneck Parade. Well, this is perfect weather for a Christmas Eve parade. Let's check in with meteorologist David Boyd.
Yeah, it was.
Glad it's not raining because I don't think reindeer have wipers.
That's true.
It's good it's dry.
Yeah, and I would rather have sunny conditions if it's not going to snow.
Absolutely. Thanks, David. Well, President Obama starts his delayed vacation in Hawaii, but before heading to Honolulu, the president had to sign into law a bill that extends tax cuts for millions of families. Fox News correspondent Doug Lezadar has the story. Well, this will be the first Christmas since U.S. troops withdrew from Iraq. And coming up, we'll tell you why Christians in the Middle Eastern country are praying for a safe Christmas now and in the future. Pope Benedict XVI urged worshipers to look beyond the glitter of Christmas and find the real meaning of simplicity and humility. He also issued a strong message of peace at Christmas Eve Mass. The 84-year-old pontiff no longer celebrates Mass at midnight. It was moved up from midnight in 2009 due to the Pope's age. The West Bank city of Bethlehem is hoping for a more peaceful weekend. Take a look at this. This is Bethlehem's Manger Square. Tens of thousands of pilgrims are flocking to the city where Christians believe Jesus was born. And for some residents in Iraq, they are hoping for one thing this Christmas: peace. Christians in Iraq are praying for a safe Christmas now and in the future after U.S. troops leave. Michael Holmes reports. Well, it wouldn't be the holidays without football. Casey's up next with sports. Plus, windsurfing might not be the best sport for Santa. We'll tell you why this St. Nick is soaking wet in tonight's Fox Box. Because it's Christmas Eve, it's only natural that Santa is in our Fox Box tonight. And this Christmas, Santa is traveling the world on wind, roads, and even finding time to buy groceries. Check out this video. For the 27th straight year, this Santa tried to cross the Niagara River between Ontario, Canada, and Buffalo, New York. But windsurfing doesn't appear to be his thing. You can see Santa wiped out. Border Control had to rescue the soaking wet St. Nick. He says he does this every year for charity and urges people to help the less fortunate. And in Eugene, Oregon, Santa wasn't driving his sleigh. He was behind the wheel of a bus. This time of year, Carl the Bus Man, as he's known, becomes Carl the Santa Man. As Carl drives his route, he and his elf hand out toys and candy to children and people with special needs. The toys are donated by fellow bus drivers. And in Texas towns, Santa even took some time out to stock up on groceries and help some other customers in the process. St. Nick surprised the Texas customers when he randomly selected shoppers and whipped out his credit card at the checkout. Father Christmas dashed out $1,000 worth of groceries. The grocery store is making this a Christmas tradition. But where is Santa right now? We're tracking him, and coming up, meteorologist David Boyd is back with one last look at our festive forecast.